Good morning. Good morning, y'all. What y'all got going on? Good morning. Good morning. Happy Sunday morning. What is going on, y'all? It is a nice Sunday morning. I am drinking my chai tea. It reminds me of fall. Oh my goodness. The weather is perfect. It's about 50 something degrees. I tell you, this weather is the ideal weather for a woman that is in perimenopause and menopause. Because, baby, when I tell you, I got my windows open, drinking my hot chai tea, baby, it's everything. Baby, you can't tell me nothing. I am chilling, relaxing. I had some oatmeal with some berries, blueberries, raspberries, no, blueberries, blackberries, strawberries, chia seeds, flax seeds, a little bit of almond milk, some Ceylon cinnamon, and I had 2 pieces of turkey bacon, and now I'm sipping on my chai tea. Baby, you can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. And then after I get off this live, I'm gonna watch my church service. So this is what you call a soft Sunday. Okay. I think I'm gonna do a facial. I think I'm gonna do a face mask. I have some rice face mask in there. I think I'm gonna do a face mask also. Yeah, I'm gonna do a face mask. And I'm just gonna have a good Sunday. I cooked crock pot chili yesterday. So I have leftovers for that for dinner. Um I found me a new snack. I found me a new snack, y'all. If you have a sweet tooth and you don't want to do all the sugars and the cakes and the pies, get you some dates. Baby, I discovered dates. And when I tell you it's like eating some gummy bears to me, they're good for you. They're high in fiber. They're good for your high in energy. They just have great health benefits. Baby, I found me some dates that I like. I've been eating dates. So I'm propped up, honey, with my bed tray and my chai tea. I said, well, let me jump on here and see what's going on. Good morning, y'all. Let's do a Sunday chit chat. Okay, y'all. So I did my third Pilates class on yesterday. I think I am officially a Pilates girl. I think I'm officially a Pilates girl. Okay. I didn't necessarily like the instructor of the class yesterday. She kind of tried me, but as I get older, I realize that I ain't got to show out all the time with people because I'm too smart for that. So I'm just going to call and complain about her and tell them how I didn't like the class. and maybe they'll give me my money back for that class, and maybe they'll do right because I did not like her. She was rude. I didn't like her because I was new to the class and I really didn't know how to set up everything, and she was just rude. She tried me. She really did. She tried me. The old Felicia would have cussed her ass out and walked out and went and asked for my money back for the class. But I got something for her though. I got something for her. Y'all know I do. But anyway, nevertheless, um, I am enjoying Pilates, y'all. I said, if that's something that you think you can do, and what it is just working out with different apparatuses. Say for instance, if you work on your abs, you're using the apparatus. If you work on your biceps, you're using the apparatus. If you're working on your core, you're using the apparatus, whether it's a spring, it's a band, it's a ball, or it's the reformer. But the entire thing of Pilates is to work out your whole body, right? So you get a full body workout, which I love. I have done Orange Theory, um, all that jumping around and all that hit stuff. It really wasn't for me. So I canceled my membership with Orange Theory when I did that a year ago. But I'm really liking Pilates. I think I'm a Pilates girl, y'all. I like the reformer. I really like the reformer because it feels like that it really focuses on your core. And we know that the core is like our center of our body. So your core determines pretty much, it's like your base. And so as you get older, you gotta make sure you strengthen your core because that's gonna help you with your balancing, and as we get older, our gait and the way we walk, if you notice when you see older people, they kind of like shuffle and they kind of bend over and shuffle. That's because their core is weak. So as you get older, you really have to focus in on strengthening your core, right? So that's mainly why I like Pilates because that core, when I tell you that core, and your core is good when if you're laying flat on a mat and you can get up and you don't have to have your elbows to support you to get up. You can just raise up and just jump up. You got a strong core. And so I think, Pilates really focuses in on the core. Now, it's not cheap and it's not expensive, but what better way to spend your money? I blow the money that I'm paying, for my monthly membership. I blow that shopping and going out to eat. So I'm um I'm just really focusing and using my money where I'm getting good morning. Good morning, black but not bitter. I'm talking about my Pilates class and how I'm enjoying it and how I found an alternative snack besides wanting, cakes and pies and stuff. Nothing but Bunt Cake has a new Biscoff cake out. Y'all, I want to try it so bad. I was laying here in bed a minute ago. I said, "Ooh, I should go down there and get me one of them Biscoff Bunt Cakes from Nothing But Bunt Cakes." But I said, I ain't gonna do it. I have been doing so well with restructuring my body, with reforming my body. I'll say that. I put on a pair of jeans Friday. I said, let me get out of wearing like leggings and stretch pants. I have like a plethora of jeans. What's the attention? What's the alternative? I'm a sweet free. Okay, so the alternative is dates. And if you like dates, and with dates, you can add things to them. Like for instance, if you like chocolate, you can dip them down in some chocolate. I would do dark chocolate and dates. Oh my goodness! And I do have some cocoa chocolate, dark chocolate in there. And I might try that with my dates today, just warming up and sticking my dates down in that. Or if you like peanut butter or almond butter and a little bit of caramel, and you can actually freeze them and make them into like a cold treat. Like dip them in almond butter, peanut butter, drizzle some chocolate or some caramel over them. And baby, when I tell you them dates been hitting, baby, them dates been hitting. So that's that has been an alternative because I'm a person who be wanting some cookies and cakes. I'm telling you that Biscoff bunt cake, number bunt cake has been on my mind, baby. It has been pulling and tugging on me so bad, and I want to go down there and get one so bad. When I tell you I want to go down there and get one so bad, and then my YouTube sister said she had one and it was good too. But the sugar is not good, y'all. It is not good. And then Friday night, I had a real chill night. Friday night, I fixed me a open faced turkey burger, meaning no bread. So what I did is I sauteed some mushrooms, some onions, and I added a little handful of spinach. And I had like a open face turkey patty. I had that Friday night. And then I had, when I went to Costco's, I had bought, I don't know if y'all have ever had the sangria wine from Costco's. If you like sweet wines and sangria, you will love this one from Costco's. So I had bought it a couple of weeks ago and I hadn't opened it. So Friday night, I had me a glass of sangria. So I was like, okay, so I can't, that's it. So I don't deprive myself of anything, but I do it in moderation. You have to do everything in moderation. So because that sangria has a lot of sugar in it. So I had that, and then I had my dates, and I was satisfied Friday night after I had that. And so yesterday before Pilates, Friday I had fixed some. I had prepped my oatmeal. I do the steel oats. So I put berries and bananas, chia seeds, flax seeds in there. And so I made enough where, and when I'm hungry in the morning, I won't be making bad decisions and eating stuff like running and getting a biscuit, or running and getting a pastry from Panera's. Cause I love a pecan braided pastries. That pecan braided pastry at Panera's. Baby, it had me in a chokehold all summer. I was running down there all summer. Y'all saw my shorts with me going into Panera's. I was going in there to get that doggone pastry. So I had to stop doing that. So I said, well, let me prep me some oatmeal in the morning, and then I could just get me a bowl of oatmeal, and maybe I can add some turkey bacon to it. So that's what I did this morning. But it's all about making good choices. It's all about making good choices. But I went to go put on my jeans Friday. Baby, when I put them jeans on, I say, man, but you know how you got to kind of hold your stomach in and throw your back and kind of tuck it in, the zipper. Baby, I ain't had to do none of that. You hear me? I had to do none. I said, girl, you doing a good job, bitch. You doing a good job. Baby, I was so excited when I got in my jeans. I said, oh, baby, we about to keep this up between that weighted vest and going to Pilates. Oh, baby, it's about to be over. It's about to be over. Okay? It's about to be over. And then I want to go to the National Black NBA chapter here in Atlanta. They have like this big Christmas party that they have, y'all. And I'm a member of the chapter here in Atlanta. They have like this big extravagant Christmas party every year. And it's like the 1st of December. And they have it like at very different venues every year. But when I tell you they go all out, they like have open bar, they have like food, spread it all throughout the event. They have a DJ. It's just like a big party with a bunch of bougie ghetto black folks, right? So I didn't go last year, but I'm going this year, and I want to be able to get me a nice little amplified dress. I'm thinking that I want my whole back out. I want that you in the back. I want to have my whole back out. And then I want it to be short. And then I wanted to have a dip in the front. I want to look like somebody classy but hot auntie, if you get what I'm saying. So I'm looking forward to looking for my dress for that event. So I'm excited about going to that. So by then, I figure I should have been lost another 10 pounds by then. So I should be almost where I want to be by then. I should be almost where I want to be by then. But it's just about making good decisions and drinking water. You gotta drink water, y'all. The water, the water, the water, the water, the water. I drink a lot of water. I drink a lot of water. And I think that's helping too. But that Pilates, incorporating that Pilates in, and like I told y'all last Sunday, they have you can do a free intro class. And so when I was coming out yesterday, the ladies were coming in for the free intro class. And when I tell you my brown sisters was coming in there, okay, we are getting turned on to that Pilates thing, y'all. When I tell you my brown sisters was coming in there, getting ready to do that Pilates, and it helps, working out. It helps with your hormones and all of that stuff, and it makes you feel better. When I leave out of Pilates, honey, I feel like I'm about 10 pounds lighter, and then I feel like I've done something for myself. I poured back into myself. Even when I work out, I feel like that. Even when I make good decisions on what I eat, I feel, like I'm pouring into myself. And I think that's just real important for us to do, especially as we get older, and doing stuff for ourselves, taking care of our skins, um, exercising, eating right, not depriving ourselves of things that we like, but doing it in moderation and not overdoing things. I think that's important too, to make sure that you don't overindulge in things just because you like them. And that comes with having self-discipline. You have to be disciplined. And some of us, even at this age, have not learned how to be disciplined. How to say, okay, that's enough. I'm not doing this. I'm not eating this. So today I am going to practice, or I guess have discipline, and not take my ass down there to nothing but bunt cake and get that doggone Biscoff bunt cake. But they said that thing's so good, y'all. They said they got that one out, and they got two more different ones out. I say, you know what? I ain't even going that way. I ain't even going that way. I ain't even going that way today. I'm gonna go, and I might diddle dally around Home Goods and Marshalls, but I'm gonna go to the Dollar Tree too, because I seen some dupes that the girls been talking about on TikTok that I want to check out in the Dollar Tree. But I ended up getting those viral rib glasses that are in CB2. No, no, they're not. They're in Crate and Barrel. Y'all know those rib glasses that everybody was buying in Crate and Barrel, and the glasses were like $9, $10 a piece. Where they in the Dollar Tree for $1.25. When I tell you the exact same glasses that are in Crate and Barrel, they're in the Dollar Tree for $1.25. So I want the smaller ones. I got the larger ones. I want the smaller ones. So I'm gonna go to Dollar Tree today. They open up a really nice Dollar Tree over here by me. So I like going into that one because it's kind of huge. So I'm gonna go to the Dollar Tree today. And then we're having like a event. We're having like a thing at work where we gather every year, and the theme this year is boots on the ground. Okay, y'all, here's my thing. Here's my thing. I'm really not into that cowboy, cowgirl look and them cowboy boots. That's just never been my thing. I'm real, that ain't really my aesthetic. That ain't really my style. And I know that it's big now. They the boots on the ground. So they having like Friday. We're all gonna meet at this venue, and it's just like a fellowship with everybody in that department. And the theme is boots on the ground, right? They feed us, and they have vendors. It's like a big thing. It's like I appreciate you thing. Um, the whole week. So they say we can wear our boots on the ground outfit. Now I know them heifers gonna be in there and they cowboy hats and they vests and hell, some of them might have some chaps on. I don't know. But good morning, Jay. I was just saying you and told me about that Biscoff nothing but cake, bunt cake over there, and I've been trying not to go over there and get it. Hey Z, it is so good to see you. I hope you're well. You come home. You too, feed first time. Hey, hey, I am good. I am good. Glad to see you, Zoe. So, oh, you're from London, England. Okay. Well, welcome. Welcome. But y'all, I I'm trying to keep from going over there, Jay. I'm trying to keep from going over there, honey. I'm trying to keep from going over there. But yeah, so they doing the boots on the ground. Thank you. They doing a boots on the ground. They doing a boots on the ground theme at work next week, right? Well, Friday. They doing it Friday, right? So I'm not the person that really like all that cowboy stuff. So I heard they're sold out. So, okay, they sold out. Okay, okay, so they sold out. Good. I want them to be sold out because I'm telling you, Jay, it has been all over TikTok. Everybody say it tastes so good, and every time I see it, I be ready to get up and put my shoes on, get my purse, and go. And then I be like, "Nah, Felicia, don't do it. You doing real good. You doing real good." Okay, you started taking creatine based recommendation for someone. Okay, good. I'm taking mine too. I, I know everybody. I'm glad you're taking it, black but not bitter. Good. But everybody has been saying, Jay, the it's so good. Everybody has been talking about that doggone Biscoff nut bunt cake over there. Everybody been talking about how good it is. So I said I'm gonna practice self-discipline and I'm not taking my butt over there to get it. Okay? I'm gonna eat my dates. That's my new sweet treat. Dates. And I'm gonna start putting some almond butter on my dates and I'm gonna start dipping it in some dark chocolate. Because like I said, I put my jeans on, baby, and they were loose. I said, "Ooh, okay, I'm coming on down." And I went to Pilates for the third time yesterday. I'm loving Pilates. I'm loving it. It is. It don't do it. Okay. Okay. I'm not. I am loving Pilates, y'all. Okay. I am loving Pilates. That is my new obsession. That's where I'm going to be spending all my money at going to Pilates. But I was trying to figure out what I wanted to wear for this boots on the ground thing. Now you can wear your boots on the ground outfit. I got a couple of things I can wear, but I really don't have per se any cowboy boots. I have boots that are kind of chic and kind of resemble cowboy boots, meaning they got the pointed toe, but they got a heel on them, but they kind of look like cowboy boots, but they really not cowboy boots. So I was thinking about maybe wearing them with some jeans, but I am not finna go out and buy no cowboy boots. Y'all got cowboy boots for the boots on the ground thing they've been doing? Have y'all been to any theme events where the theme was boots on the ground, because they telling us to bring our fans and to have on our boots on the ground outfits. I was like, do I want to invest? Okay, me either. Y'all into that? Everybody is just obsessed with this boots on the ground thing. And I'm like, I'm not finna invest in no cowboy boots like that. I got boots that I could wear, and I got a cute little jean dress, that I could wear. But I said I ain't finna invest in nothing like this. I'm in Georgia. I'm in Georgia. We're all in different places, so I still have my snake skin boots from you. Okay, so you got yours. And you know what, Jay? I was thinking I may have some in there. I just gotta look, but I don't know if I gave them away or not. But they were the ones that stopped at the ankle. They were the ones that stopped at the ankle. So I don't know if I still have mine or not. So I think I'm gonna go out today maybe and look for some. If I find some, I do. If I don't, I don't. I'm not really invested in all that as far as that boots on the ground stuff. We latch on to stuff and we just go away with it. We just do too much with it. So I said, I'm not gonna worry about it. Trying to find no outfits for boots on the ground. But yeah, y'all. So I just want to jump on this our Sunday chit chat. See how y'all doing. Yes. We okay, yeah, y'all warm. Okay, y'all warm because you from Tennessee. Cowboy boots with a pair of jean shorts. I know that's right. But this a work function, so I can't do it. So I can't wear the jean shorts. But I can put some jeans on or a little jumper. I got a jean like jumper dress I could put on. Or I got a jumper too. So yeah, so that's what they doing at work this week. So I was like, ugh. Y'all know I work from home. So that means I gotta drive into the city. So Friday I gotta go, which is not, I'm about what, 10 minutes or 10, 15 minutes away. It's not bad. But when you work from home every day, it's like jeans and a big buckle. Okay, 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 Jay. Now I might be able to do that. Gypsy skirt. That would work too. That would work too. Yeah, that would work too. Yeah, that would work too. So I'm just thinking about what I'm aware for that. But yeah, y'all. So that was my weekend. I kind of chilled Friday night, had a glass of sangria. We went live on the Sammy Nicole and Fifi show Friday night, y'all. We talked about Wendy and Eddie allegedly committing fraud about somebody breaking into their house. So on the Sammy Nicole and Fifi show, we went live Friday as well. We had a good live. And then yesterday, I just went to Pilates. I'm a Pilates girl. I'm loving Pilates. I am loving Pilates, y'all. Yeah, it sounds like it's gonna be fun. Suede jacket with French. Y'all know what? Y'all. Okay, so over here we're Gen X and baby boomers. So I'm not quite sure what generation you are, but my Gen X and baby boomers, I know y'all remember back in the day the fringes. Like we had fringes on our. Y'all remember the fringes on our boots, the fringes on and I still got a lot of fringe. I got some fringe boots. I got a pair of fringe shoes, boot shoes with the fringes on them. Y'all know they bringing those back. The jackets with the fringes hanging off of them. When I tell you fashion just repeats itself, yes, suede jackets with the fringe, yes, on the sleeve. Y'all, I got shoes like that. I am so mad. I may have given away my jacket. Yes. Yes, y'all. They bringing all that stuff back. So if you back in the day, you had fringes like a fringe jacket, fringes hanging off your purse, or shoes. It's back in style, y'all. Pull them out. Pull them out. I went and pulled out my shoes. I showed Samantha. I said, Samantha, these. She said, Mama, them back in style. You can wear them now. I said, baby, you ain't said nothing but a word. You ain't said nothing but a word. Okay? Yes. Suede booties. Yes, I got some. I got some. I could what y'all. I got some suede booties with the fringes on them. I could wear those. Good enough. Man, I'm about to pull my stuff out. I'm about to pull my stuff out. I am. I'm about to pull. But I'm excited to just to go in and see my coworkers and fellowship and stuff. And to eat. Y'all know, honey. Y'all know I'm all for good. And they feed us good. So it's like all day. So Friday I'll do that. And then I'll go get my nails done. But yeah, y'all. And then I'll go back to Pilates on Saturday. I go back to Pilates on Saturday. So I'm thinking about, I'm only going to do Pilates one day this week. I did it twice last week, but I'm only going to do it one day this week. But I'll walk and do my weights. And I bought me a jump rope, y'all. I bought a jump rope. So they say 10 minutes of jumping is like 30 minutes of walking. Did y'all know that? 10 minutes of jumping with a rope is like 30 minutes of walking. I said, no, I'm not, Zoe. I'm not. I am not. No, I'm not, Zoe. So they said 10 minutes of walking, of jumping rope is like 30 minutes of a walking. So I bought me a jump rope. I got some weights here. I am, I'm just real excited about exercising and being healthy, y'all. That's what my focus is. I'm just real excited about that. But I wanted to ask y'all too, because y'all wasn't on my live Friday. I don't think Jay, y'all was on my live Friday. Have y'all seen Unsolved Family Secrets? I know you got a clean white button down, put on a vest. Okay, okay. With a vest, I do. I got a few white downs. I got a few white downs. I got a few white downs. I do. I do. I do. And I may have me a little vest in there too. But hey, I can order me a little jean vest. Let me see. You got me seriously. Yes, black but not bitter. The intro, you try it. I do resistant bands, and I have many elliptical. Okay, yes, and you know what? With the Pilates, I did the bands yesterday. I did the reformer 1.5 class yesterday, but I don't her card. Uh, but yeah, y'all. Try the Pilates. You might like it, Jay. You read my mind. I love Hawaii. Yes, honey. That's a staple. That's a staple. And you know what? We're the best place to get nice. All of my white button down shirts are men's. And I got them from the thrift store. I got a couple of Ralph Lauren white butt down men shirts, and I got them from the thrift store. I think I got two like from the thrift store for like $3, and they're Ralph Lauren. And I got a couple of men blazers that I got from the thrift store too, y'all. Yeah, that's where I get my white button downs from. And then I have a couple of from H&M too. Yeah, yeah, I get them from the thrift store. Mm-hmm. Yep, I get them from the thrift store, bring them home, and I wash them with vinegar and salt. Yep, to get that get that other person energy off of them. Yep. So yeah, y'all, that's a good idea. So I think I think I'm gonna go look for me. So I got a few options I could wear, y'all. I got a few options. I got a few options. Let me see, me too. I got a free Pilates session class. Okay. The battery. Okay. The battery got a free Pilates session. Jay, where at? Where at? I'm gonna have to try that too. Okay. But yeah, y'all try Pilates. Try it. Just try the free intro class. Bitter but not black. You're here in Georgia, so they probably got a club Pilates by you. So try when I tell you it be packed, it be packed in Pilates, baby. It be packed in Pilates. Okay, yeah, outside. Let me look. Okay, send it to me. I know they did the yoga one. I know they did the yoga, the free yoga, but I didn't know they did Pilates. Yeah, send it to me. So, because Samantha has been to the free yoga one outside. But yeah, y'all. So the Pilates is everything, honey. I'm a Pilates girl. I went and bought me some more little sets, honey. Because you know you got to be cute when you go to Pilates. By the time I drive to the battery, see, I would have been surely in this stuff. Yeah. But yeah, y'all, we are just working on ourselves inside out over here. We're working on our mental health and our emotional health. But y'all, let me tell y'all, let me go back to what I want to tell y'all about the show. If y'all ain't seen it. Jay, have you seen Unsolved Family Secrets? Zoe, you fine. Your belief is your belief. And we don't have a problem with that over here. But our belief is our belief. And we just ask that you respect that. You're fine. But look, Jay, y'all, let me see. I hear driving far to work. Okay, yeah, me too. I hate driving far. But y'all, check this out. Unsolved Family Secrets on. Y'all gotta watch it. It's about what the first episode is about a woman. Is about a woman and her husband. Her husband came to her and told her that he liked men, and she stayed with him for like 50 something years until he left her for a man. Jay, you gotta watch it. I ain't gonna tell y'all about Jay, you gotta watch it. The lady is in Atlanta. They live in Atlanta. It's on the OWN. It's on the Oprah network. OWN. Yeah, I talked about it on my channel. If y'all go back and watch that video, it's called A Lavender Marriage. I had never heard of a lavender marriage until the people in my chat on Friday told me what a lavender marriage was. I had never heard of such thing. But they say lavender marriages are common, where the woman knows that her husband is bisexual and he like men and he sleep with men, but he still come home and sleep with her. You know what? I heard about that series on TikTok, but I couldn't remember. Yep, it's called that. Yeah, it's called the lavender marriage, where the wife knows that her husband is gay because he came home and told her, and she said, "Okay, we can just work it out." He said, "I like men. I've been sleeping with men for years." And she stayed with him for over 50 years until he left her for his partner and he married him. And don't you know that she still has dealings with this man? They're divorced, but they still have family functions together. So it's called, they had a lavender marriage. I had never heard of such thing in my life. But from what they were telling me in the chat from my live on Friday, they say that lavender marriages are common. So I said, baby, if I am, it's a miracle. I said, Lord, I said, lavender marriages. I had never heard of such thing like that in my life. I had never heard anything like that in my life. Where a woman will stay with a man and know that he's gay. Y'all, had y'all ever heard of anything like that before? I know it was a concept, but I had never heard of anything like that before. I had never heard of anything like that before. So I was just wondering, you know, I was just wondering how often does that happen, y'all? How often? Well, yeah, you think she you okay, so you saying that she know that man gay and she still with him. Cause he definitely act gay. And then somebody in the chat allegedly said Tony Braxton and Birdman. But they say it's a lot of that happens often. A lavender marriage. So yeah, that that episode of that series, that show took me out. Hey, woman of wealth. We just talking about Pilates, just having a Sunday chit chat, talking about my new snack. Oh, I didn't tell you yet last night in Patreon, girl. I found me a new snack. I know you and I were talking about the golden. What was the golden milk? The gold. What is it called? I had chai tea this morning, but I'm gonna get the golden milk this evening. I'm gonna do that with the turmeric, get the almond milk, black pepper, and I'm gonna put a little honey in mine. But I'm gonna have that tonight, girl. Yes, how we all can see it, but she don't. Yes, Yes, golden milk. Okay, but I also found me a new snack. Woman of wealth. I've been eating dates. When I tell you it has been satisfying my sweet tooth, but I've been eating dates. But we just chatting, talking about Pilates and talking about unsolved family secrets. How I'm still stumped, y'all. It ain't too much that really stumped me, but that right there got me. That lady really got me. How she stayed with that man, exposing herself to diseases. That really over 50 years. That really got me. That really got me. How she just was so. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You eat the dates too. Yeah, baby. I was in Burlington's looking at their food stuff. You got to be careful when you buy stuff out of Burlington's, like their food stuff. You got to look at the dates and make sure that it's good. But so I looked. They had like a lot of dates to sweet. Oh yes, that's a good idea. I got a few bag of dates in there. I'm excited to make the golden milk this evening. That's gonna be like my nighttime thing. I'm gonna have my golden milk. I'm excited. Yeah, yep, I put them in my smoothies too. Yeah, I have put them in smoothies too. But now I just eat a handful of them, baby. I just eat them. I just eat them. But I was in Burlington's and I saw that they had these dates. And y'all, I have this app. It's YUKO, Yukon. And what it does is like if you're in the store and you want to see if something has a lot of sugar, a lot of salt, um, golden milk is almond milk, turmeric, black pepper, and whatever you want to put in it to sweeten it. If I'm not is that all the ingredients, woman of wealth? And it's good for inflammation because it has turmeric in it. It's good for you. And they call it golden milk. So I use almond milk. I use almond milk in mine, but you can use the milk of your choice, I guess. But I use almond milk in mine. But I was in Burlington's and I saw they had dates. And I took my app and I scanned it. Take a picture of the milk. I go way out. I use fresh turmeric. Oh, you that's right. You put cinnamon in yours. Okay, I'm gonna add cinnamon. I got cinnamon sticks and I got ginger. Oh, I'm excited, baby. Took a picture of your milk. Okay, which milk you took a picture of? The Cali, because I use that one because only has like three ingredients. I think it's nothing but fresh almond milk. That's the one I use. That's the one you use, woman of well. That's the one I use. Cause it be careful with when you buy almond milk, y'all. Look at the ingredients. And I want y'all to download this app. It's YUKO. When you're in the store and you're buying things, scan the barcode on the back of the product and it'll tell you if it's good for you or if it's not good for you. Not only food, but your beauty products as well. Yes. Took a picture. Okay, okay. I said I took a picture of your glass milk. Okay, okay. But yeah, y'all, um, scan your products, and this app will say it'll rate it like from like it'll say bad, and it'll come back red. And when it come back red, I don't get it. But when I scan these bag of dates, it came back like 85 out of 100, and it said it was good. So I try to scan all my products before I get them. Don't laugh at me, but I just can't pass. Why you can't pass the way the dates look? Well, chop them up. You can chop them up. What they look like to you, little turds. You're so crazy. I'm gonna stop fooling with. Okay, yeah, I'm back. I'm back now. Y'all hear me? But y'all, okay. So you think it looked like a cockroach? All right. Well, now they kind of do a little bit, but they good for you. Okay, y'all hear me? Okay. But yeah, y'all, that has been like my thing. So I use almond milk. Okay, a real protein milk. Okay, sometime creamer. Okay, you know what? I need to try the rip. I see a lot of people using that rip protein milk too. That'll give me more protein. That would definitely give me more protein. As a kid, that's what I thought. But yeah, y'all, that's what I've been eating. So now we're gonna try the golden milk, y'all. Our girl woman of wealth. I had heard about the golden milk and I think I did it a long time, but I had forgot all about it. So yes, I have cinnamon sticks in there. But this morning I had chai tea. I had got some of the chai tea, and so I had chai tea this morning. I haven't had any coffee. I just had chai tea this morning with my oatmeal and turkey bacon. Okay, y'all. Let me see. I like yep, prunes and raisins. Yep, yep, I do too. All that stuff is good for you. It's good for you. It really is. And y'all, it's natural medicine. It's natural medicine too. It's not like the dates. They are a source of energy. They help with your iron. They it's a source of energy. It gives you energy. So just different things to, to eat to help your body as well. Like when I tell you, since I've changed the way I eat, I feel so much better. I really do. I feel so much better. Just stop eating Chick-fil-A. I felt better. I love raisins, especially. Yep, I do too. In my salads. Yeah, I like raisins in my salads. But yeah, y'all. And then beets. I eat a lot of beets. I'll take beets. Um, and put them in my salad. And okra. What about the okra water? Have y'all tried that? I see a lot of people doing the okra water. They say that's supposed to be good too for your skin, your immune system. They say that's supposed to be good too. Have y'all tried the okra water? They say all of that's supposed to be good for you as well. But yeah, y'all, I'm just like that lady on that show really took me. She really took me. Hey, Dion Salt Bay. Hey, we just having our Sunday morning chit chat, sharing different things. We shared golden milk. Women of Wealth was telling us the ingredients for golden milk, talking about Pilates. Oh, I was talking about I went to a farm yesterday and brought meat. What? You bought it from a farm? What kind of meat you get? Oh, I know that meat fresh as hell. Y'all remember back in the day they had the meat markets when I was growing up. My mom and them didn't buy meat from the grocery store. Nope, I can't do okra. I never liked how it looked. My mom used to put okra in her beans, and I hated it. But when I got older, I remember that was my thing. When I would go see my mom, she would always say, "Bring me some fried okra. Stop by Walmart, get me some fried okra." And so I would get her some and I would get me some. And that's how I started eating it. But I eat fried okra. I taste okra for the first time in 6 months. Yeah. So, woman of wealth, I know that meat was fresh. Y'all remember back in the day when they had the meat market and when you can actually go in there and see them cut your steak up. My mom and them used to go to the meat store. They didn't get no meat out of no grocery store. That was like they go to the grocery store and then they next stop was the meat store. I'm see ribeyes, sirloins, ribs, oh baby. Oh, I know that's some fresh meat right there. That's some fresh meat right there. Y'all, when you fry the okra, it's not that bad. When you fry it, you know what I do? I cut mine up and I put it in the air fryer. I put some grapeseed oil over it, and when I tell you it's some good eating, baby, I can eat okra by itself, and it's good for you, y'all. It's good for you. But I know that meat gonna be good and fresh. I know that meat gonna be good and fresh, and I like me a good ribeye. I ain't had one in months. But I love me a good ribeye, baby. I love me a good rib. I love them ones from Roof Chris with all that damn butter on it. That's why it be so good because they have all that damn butter on them steaks. But yeah, y'all. So I I'm just trying to make sure I put good things in my body. But what I was gonna say is, Woman of Wealth, y'all just coming in. We having a boots on the ground theme work event on Friday, and they was giving me suggestions about what I could wear. And I think I'm gonna wear the jeans and my French booties I got. Baby, they cute. They kind of got the block heel on them from the block heel back in style on that. And they a pair of nine west and they suede with the fringes off and they like a caramel color. Baby, you ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing. And I'm gonna order me a vest. I'm gonna go and see if I can find me a little vest and do a white button down. I sure am. I sure am. I can't wait to try it. I'm trying to make. Yes. Yes, me too. That's what we were saying. That's what I was saying earlier. It's just all about being disciplined and making better decisions. Like I want to go over there and I want to yeah, I want to go over there and get that Biscoff nothing but cake. But I say I ain't gonna do it. I say I ain't gonna do it. I got a little bit of motivation when I put them jeans on. When I put them size 12 jeans on Friday. And baby, I ain't have to suck my stomach in and I ain't have to throw my back to get in them. And they were loose. Baby, they were loose. I could pull them down with them being buttoned. I said, baby. I said, baby, I'm about to keep this going between Pilates and wearing that vest and cutting out sugar and adding more protein and getting my hormones in check. By the time we have our by the time the National Black uh Jay, you need to go with me this year to the function. I'm gonna let you know. I want you to go, Jay, to the National NBA Christmas party. I'm gonna let you know when the tickets go on sale, Jay. Jay, when I gotta when I find out they probably gonna do it at the end of November. Jay, you need to go with me. When I tell you, baby, it's a damn good time. And the tickets be like $100 and some dollars, but it be worth every penny of it. It's open bar. Like one year they had it in the hotel over here by the Battery. And the hotel they had the party on 3 levels. Each level they had different food, a different bar, and a DJ. When I tell you it's a party, it's like a after five thing. You have your party dresses on, your formal wear on. Jay, you gotta go with me this year. I'm gonna let you know when the tickets go on sale. I'm gonna let you know when they go on sale, Jay. I'm gonna let you know, and then I can get the tickets under my members. Just we can get a discount. I can get our tickets under our members discount. But baby, when I tell you it's a party, Jay, it's a party with a bunch of. I don't know if y'all ever been around a bunch of ghetto, bougie, educated black folk. They be acting bougie, but they really ghetto. Baby, when I tell you they be whining and grinding on the dance floor, and baby, when I tell you them girls, they be cute now. But baby, them dresses be sensual, baby. They have the splits, the back out. But baby, I'm gonna be about 10 pounds lighter this year. So I'm going to get me one of them short party dresses with the back out and the dip in the front. Baby, I can't wait. I didn't go last year. I don't know why I ain't go last year. Probably because I was still grieving so hard. My mind wasn't right last year. 2024 really took me off my game. But I'm going this year, and I can't wait. When I tell you, it's top tier. The Atlanta chapter is the big one of the biggest chapters of the National Black NBA Association. I've been a member now for about 6 years, and I go to a lot of their functions. But all of their functions that they have it's always good. They always have drinks. They always have food. It's good networking. It's just a good time. It's just they bougie. Some of the women act bougie. Because a lot of the women are CEOs or major. You know who is in the chapter? Remember, Anise from what was that dating show? She was on that reality show. Remember her? She's in the Atlanta chapter. She be at all the events. So it's a bunch of bougie folks that think they classy, but they really ghetto though. They really be acting ghetto. When I tell you they act ghetto, but it's like a who's who Christmas party of the year that everybody go to. Yeah, later daters. Anise. She's part of the chapter. I see her all the time at all the events. But she be there all the time. Yeah, yeah. They something else, but I don't really pay them no attention. I be having a good time, baby. I be having drinks and food. It's just a good time. They have a photographer there. You can take pictures. It's just a good time, and I look forward to going to it every year. And it's worth. I think the tickets may be $100 or $125, something like that. But that's not a lot for what they give. It's not a lot for what they give. So I'm excited about going to that. But I'm also excited about our little thing on Friday, the boots on the ground theme at work, honey. They told them girls to bring their fans. They gonna be doing the line dance. Yes, bougie ghetto Jay. We going this year, Jay. It's like the first week in December. So mark your calendar, Jay. It's like that first week in December. That first Saturday in December. That's when they have it every year. The first Saturday in December. They have it every year. And it's like a good crowd. It's some couples there, and then it's a lot of single men. And when I went to it, they had an event at the Battery back in May, and I went. I had a good time then. I met a lot. You meet a lot of good people, especially if you're trying to find a job. If you're trying to, you got a business in Atlanta. I met this lady and her husband. She just walked up to me, and we started talking. Come to find out, her husband was a CEO of some company. Um, and I knew some of the people. So it's just great networking. It's just a nice event to go to, and I look forward to going to it. They kind of act bougie, but I don't pay them no attention. They're a mess. They're a mess. They really are. They're a mess. So I'm going to that in December. So I'm looking forward to going to that in December. But yeah, y'all, just trying to make great choices, trying to pour back into myself. Let me see, Fee. You going to be yes. Yes, that's the goal. That's the goal. That is the goal, baby. When I tell you, I said, ooh, honey. I say, ooh, okay, I see it. I see the results now. It's slow. It's slow, but it's coming. It's coming. It's slow, but it's coming. And y'all, you know what? The less sugar I eat, the less I crave for it. But that was my thing, sugar, carbs, y'all. And then I was sitting in bed, I was saying, man, I sure would like to have me some pumpkin pancakes from First Watch. That's like my thing in the fall. Cause when I went to First Watch a couple of weeks ago and they didn't have them, but they got them out now. Them pumpkin pancakes. Oh my goodness, baby, they be so good. But I was like, no, Felicia, you prep still oatmeal for a few days. Go in there and get your oatmeal and fix you some turkey bacon, and you'll be good. So that's what I did. And I fixed me some chai tea. I said, I'm not going to get no pancakes because that's carbs. That's carbs, and you don't need them carbs, okay? You don't need them carbs. I'm just talking to myself. Talking, you sometimes you just got to talk to yourself and tell yourself. You went to Pilates yesterday. You was feeling good. When you walked out of Pilates, you did Pilates twice last week. You going back this week. And we're going to keep this thing going. I got a colonic every season. Okay, change to it removes pounds from your stomach. I heard about that immediately. Wow. I'm going to try that too. Samantha was asking me, have I ever heard anybody doing it? So I'm going to tell her you did it. Yes. Yes. A good cleaning out, honey. That'll do it too. That'll do it. Yes. I'm going to try that. I'm gonna try that, woman of wealth. Woman of wealth, you all about taking care of yourself. I love that. I love that. Go to a medical spot. Okay. I love that. I love that. Cause that's where everything starts from, in your gut. In your gut. And especially when you in perimenopause and menopause, your digestive system and your gut. So you really have to be careful what you eat. And I have really worked on my gut from the last watching what I eat, and you know uh, dairy and foods with acids in it. TikTok got me going to all this. I found some good turkey burgers. Okay. And Jay, I saw Alex's Audi video. It was funny. I be watching Alex her videos. Y'all, Jay daughter has a YouTube channel, and she did an Audi review. That was the first time she went. That's why I don't eat a lot of. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't do a lot of it either. And I don't cry. You know what, y'all? I had really never been a big meat eater. I had really never been a big meat eater anyway. Which location did she go to? Because the store was tore up. And I was like, the Aldi's over here don't look like that. Which location did she go to? But I laughed at Alex. Alex said, I can't do this, y'all. Alex said, I'm going back to Publix and spend an extra few dollars. It was funny. I was crying. I was laughing at the wrong time. I was laughing at her. I tell Alex I enjoyed that video. But yeah, I don't really crave for a lot of meat. Oh, Mableton. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. I used to live over there. I used to go to that one. Oh, hell no. Tell her to come over here to the one over here off Atlanta Road, over here off of Cumberland. This one is good over here. But y'all, yeah, I don't really crave a lot of meat. I, I don't. Every now and then. Now I eat me some chicken. And I'm afraid when I go to the vitamin lady, I'm hoping that she don't. Okay. I'm hoping that she don't tell me I can't have chicken. But certain meats you're not supposed to eat according to your blood type, and it will mess with your gut if you eat certain meats. Now, Samantha can't for her blood type, she's not supposed to have chicken. She can have turkey, but no chicken. So certain type of meats you're not supposed to eat according to your blood type. So but only thing I eat is ground turkey and chicken. That's and fish, of course, fish and shrimp. They say shrimp is not good for you either. You're not even supposed to have shrimp. So you just got to do stuff in moderation. You got to just do stuff in moderation. And I think eating according to your blood type is really the key. But I notice when I cut like certain things out of my diet, I feel so much better. I really do. And then one was sugar. Like this time of year, y'all, in my little pastry dish on my counter, baby, I would have me some pumpkin donuts. Baby, I would have gone because Aldi got the best pumpkin apple spice donuts ever. I don't know if y'all ever had I think it's apple spice. But baby, I would have been in Aldi's and got me a box of them apple spice donuts. And my baby don't eat sweets like that. She's a carb girl. And baby, I would have eaten a whole box of donuts by this time of year. I would have eaten a whole box of donuts. But I cut that sugar out. I remember a long time ago, I was in, I was somewhere and I was in think racetrack. And this was when I was married. And my ex had stopped to get gas at racetrack. And I was making me some coffee from racetrack. And it was this African guy that was in there. He was getting coffee. And he looked at me. And ever since then, I've always remember what that man said to me. He said, sugar, sugar is bad for you. Leave the sugar alone. Leave the sugar alone. It's bad for you. It's not good for you. It's not good for you. And ever since then, I always had that in the back of my mind, how sugar is so bad for you. And ever since then, I always been trying to, make sure that I don't do too much sugar. But sugar is evil. I'm watching my cholesterol. Yeah, and animals have it in their system. Yes. 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 Yep. That's true. Yeah, you gotta watch all of that, and then keep an eye on your labs too. Your lab work every year. You get you a full panel done. Get your lab work done every year. All the things. Get all the things. Yep. All the things. Yeah. You gotta watch all that. So I do ground turkey um in my chili. I did a ground turkey chili with 3 beans in it yesterday. I did that. And so I'll have that today. And I should be good. And then if I get hungry in between, I have yogurt in there I can snack on. Or I can get me a can of sardines. I got some sardines in there. Or I'll fix me a smoothie. I can fix a banana and almond butter smoothie. And I put chia seeds in it. And I put some dark chocolate in it. I have some dark cocoa chocolate in it I can put in it. So I have things here if I get hungry where I don't want to go out and buy no fast food and be eating some stuff I shouldn't be eating. So that's the thing. And drinking a lot of water. Oh my goodness. Drinking a lot of water. And then I've been on the coconut water too because it has electrolytes in it. If you ever feeling tired and sluggish, drink some coconut water. It kind of rejuvenates you. It makes you feel better. So I drink a lot of coconut water. And then Kroger's had my Saratoga water on sale, two for $4. So yesterday when I left Pilates, before I went to Pilates, I went to Kroger and stacked up on my spring water. So I got all my good spring water that I wanted. So I made sure I picked that up. Let's see. I'm making smoothie now for breakfast. Yes. Oh, with a handful of walnuts. Yes. Yeah, smoothies for breakfast. Um, Greek yogurt. I'm thinking about making a chai pudding. Yeah, sometimes I make those. Y'all know how to make the chai pudding, the chai parfait. It's just Greek yogurt, chai seeds, strawberries, blueberries or blackberries, and you just layer it and you sweeten it with whatever you want to sweeten it with. Sometimes I'll sweeten mine with honey, agave, or maple syrup, and that's a good little snack to have too. A chai parfait or a chai pudding. You can make the chai pudding. Chai seeds and flax seeds are really good for you. They're really good for you. They're good for your gut because they're fiber. They're really good for you. So yeah, try try that as a snack. That's good for you too. And then my dates, honey, I'm about to go put me some almond butter on my dates. I stopped doing peanut butter because they said peanuts cause inflammation. They said peanuts cause inflammation. So I try not to do peanut butter. I try to do the almond butter. So, but yeah, I'm gonna get up and go to the new Dollar Tree. Yes, the pudding is good. Yeah, add a scoop of protein powder. Yes, and collagen. Yes, yes, it's good. It's good. I think I'm gonna prep me some of those. Sounds good. You can make a pudding using avocado. That's the chocolate I got. Yes. Oh, I'm gonna try that today. Black but not bitter. I have some avocado in there. I'm gonna try that today. Y'all be dropping gems. Y'all be dropping gems. They say avocado. I don't like avocado necessarily, but and I know that I'm a type O and I don't think I should have avocado, but I'm gonna confirm that when I go to the vitamin doctor. It's so good. I was surprised. I'm gonna try that, but avocado is really good for you. And I cook with avocado oil as well. Wow, yeah, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that. Yes, I put it in my smoothies too, the avocado. But yeah, y'all, so we just making better choices over here. We're not depriving ourselves, but we just making better choices, right? And pouring back into ourselves and getting a routine. So I know that I like Pilates, so I'm a Pilates girl. I am officially a Pilates girl. I'm staying with Pilates. I didn't like my instructor yesterday. She tried me, and I wasn't gonna show out in them folk plays, but she tried me. I don't know what it is why people think they need to. I don't know if people like to try me because I'm short and I'm friendly and I'm talkative. I don't meet no strangers. But she tried me. It was the first time I had did that 1.5 class. And Woman of Wealth, when you have to move the bar, you have to move your bar up and down. And I missed that step. Or she told me to put my toes on the silver part. I missed one step. And then I was trying to get my head rest where I was comfortable on the reformer. And she said, "You just missed that whole step." I looked at her and some said, "Don't do it, Felicia. Don't do it, Felicia." And so it was this young lady that was next to me. She looked like she might have been in her 40s. One of these, she looked like one of the Atlanta housewives. She looked like, one of the Atlanta housewives. She pulled up in a big body, one of them big body BMWs, one of them new ones. I ain't talking about the small BMW. I'm talking about that sedan, the new one that they got out, big body one. She pulled up in one of them, baby. She had a bun. She was cute. She's pretty. She wanted to be tall, waist snatch. She was all natural. Maybe she had a little tummy tuck, but her butt looked natural. But I don't know. But she was real nice. And so she was on the reformer next to me. And so she saw my face and she knew Netta was tripping. Netta was an Indian. So she knew Netta was tripping and she looked at me and she said to me, she said, "Just look at me." She said, "Just look at me and watch what I do. And then that'll help you." I said, "Okay." She said, "Yeah, just watch me. Just follow what I do. And that'll help." Because she saw my face. Because I was about to get in that ass. See, I want to do it for fun. Yes, for tactics. Yes, I love these chit chats. It helps me more. Yes. Oh, you're welcome. You short too, Dion Bay. I don't know what it is. Because I don't, I'm short, but I look grown. And I look like I'm somebody mama. And could be somebody great mom, grandmama, and great grandma. I don't know why people like to try me. I said, "Lord, what is it?" I said, "Lord, test me." He said, because I've been saying, "Lord, I'm going to do right. I want people to see you in me. I want people to see you in me. Less of me and more of you, Lord." And so I think people like to try me because I'm real cool. "Good morning, good morning." We all came in. Say, "Good morning, good morning." Everybody came in. Some people say good morning. I don't meet no strangers. And no matter where I go, I always meet somebody. I always connect with somebody. So I connected with her. And after the class, I said, "Thank you. Thanks for having me." She said, "You're welcome. The class was intense. No problem." And baby, she sashayed on out of there in her big body. Baby, and she had a rock on her finger, baby. I love to see it. And I hope she happily married. And I hope he everything that she want him to be. I really do. She was sweet. So I'm not gonna do Netta class no more. I like Monique. And the other girl that was in front of me on the reformer, see, God don't like ugly. The other girl, the other white girl that was in front of me, she said, "Where is Monique?" She said, "I like Monique classes. I, I wanted Monique." Okay, you short too, 5'1". Yeah. She said, "I wanted Monique." See, wasn't nobody feeling that. So I already booked my class with Monique because I like Monique. She said, "We switch out every other weekend. So Monique will be here next weekend." That's all I needed to know. That's all I needed to know, baby. That's all I needed to know. I'm fine now. It's the get tired. It's the way we step in the room. the hate. don't know what it is. I be like, cause I don't really come off ugly to people. Y'all, I'm 60. I'm real secure in who I am. I'm not intimidated when I walk in the room and it's pretty women. I'm secure in Felicia. And I love Felicia. And I don't have a problem with women when I see they beautiful and fine. And I be like, girl, you looking, you know, I don't have a problem with that. But I don't know why people like to try me. Even the little girl in the front, I be like, girl, even the little young girl, I be like, girl, I'm 60. I'm old enough to be your mama and your grandmama. But the lady, the nice young lady, she helped me. She say just watch me. So I watched her and then I caught on because it was some different stuff. It's different stuff in the 1.5. It's more intense with apparatuses. With Pilates, they're using apparatuses like if you when you work on your biceps, you're using an apparatus. When you work on your triceps, you're using an apparatus. When you work on your shins or your glutes, you're either pulling on a spring, a band, the reformer, or something like that. Okay, you're 58. Okay. Oh, your birthday is right around the corner. Okay, I'm sure we'll be chit chatting. I'm sure before you around your birthday. Yeah, feet sometimes it's our age too. We can we can keep up with them. I think so too, and I be like, girl, I come in smiling, good morning. Wasn't nobody saying nothing. And y'all, I was raised when you walk in a place or a room, you speak. That's how I was raised. So when I walk in a place, I say, good morning. Hey, how are you? How you doing? I was at Aldo in Lenox, and I was looking at some shoes, and the young man walked up to me and he said, hi, can I help you? He said, hi, how are you? And I turned around. I said, hey, how you doing? He said, oh my God, you greeted me with a smile. And I was like, yeah. He was like, oh my God, you greeted me with a smile. And he was just surprised somebody greeted him with a smile. But that's just the way I was raised, to walk in the room, to speak and be cordial, you know, and don't be acting like you raised by a pack of wolves. So I walked in, good morning, good morning, good morning, and some people, and I don't care, some people speak and some people don't. I don't care. Even when I worked in the office, when I would come in, good morning, ladies. And then I sit my tail down, put my headphones in because I ain't want to be involved in none of that office gossip that they had going on you know and when you're a black woman and you work in the workplace, and when you quiet and mind your business, that's a problem. Because I'm the type that I'm gonna speak to you, but I'm not gonna be standing around gossiping and talking, because that's just, I don't find any significance in that. So when I worked in the office, y'all, I would come in and speak, go get my water, go get my coffee, come back to my desk and put my ear pods in my ear for the whole day. Okay, for the whole day. That's what I would do for the entire day. So, and that's how I am when I'm out, talking to people. I speak to people. I don't act ugly with people, you know? And I don't know what people, what they be thinking. Do you all use the reformer chair? Um, no, we use we don't have a chair. It's like the bed, the flat reformer. We don't have a chair in that class. I didn't have a chair. At least she didn't use it. We just used the ball, the band, the springs, and the things you put your feet in. We use that. Yeah, that's the best way. That's the best way. Yeah, so Netta and Netta, I'll never do Netta's class, and I know with any with any place you work out, any instructor you have, some of them you're gonna like and some of them you're not gonna like. So I know I don't like Nana, so I'm gonna be signing up for Monique's Pilates. I signed up for her class. I like Monique. I like her. She comes around. She helps you. She's not short. And me and Netta gonna been broke out fighting. That's how I used to be, but I haven't worked in the office since 20. Okay, Oh, one ladies. Yes, that's how I was. And then when you like that, what's wrong with you? You quiet. Why you so quiet? You quiet. Why? I said, I'm just focused and doing my work. I'm just focused and doing my work. And they would get mad at me. Felicia, you don't want to have lunch with us? No, I'm going to my car. I'm gonna sit in my car. No, I gotta make some phone calls and take care of some business. Hell no. Hell no. I don't care nothing about what y'all got going on. And I don't care nothing about nobody sitting in the next cubicle. I don't care nothing about that mess. Nothing. You hear me? Nothing. So that's how I was when I was in the office. But women, they tickle me. The older I get, the funnier I think some women are. You know, you gotta be secure in who you are. You know what? And the older you get, and I think with some women, they never get to that point. But the older you get, you're like seeing other, and especially in Atlanta. Hell, everybody fine in Atlanta. If you are insecure woman, Atlanta is not the place you want to be. Cause baby, everybody fine. Okay, everybody fine in Atlanta. Everybody got their hair done. Everybody got their nails done. Okay, everybody fine in Atlanta. So yeah, so the young lady helped me out, and so I won't take her class no more. But I did the 1.5. I'm loving Pilates, and you know what? I'm not as sore this week as I was last week. I'm not as sore as I was. Let me see. Let me see. What did you do this week? It mean nothing, even though I could have gone to the moon and back. You gotta get out. Oh, you talking about at work? Oh yeah, when they ask you what you do. Oh, I ain't do nothing. They love to ask you what you did and want to find out about your family and all kind of stuff. And then they want to be in your business. Nope. And then they always want, and y'all, it ain't just black women. I work with white women, Hispanic women, Asian women. I work with all kind of women. All of them messy. They want to say in the workplace that we're confrontational, and we are, and we have poor communication. But white women the same way. They messy too. They keep up a lot of shit too. So don't believe, y'all don't believe that. Just, but I've been working from home now for the last 6 years. You know, I only go to the office on when we have like events like we having on Friday, and speak and see them, and and even when I go to the events, it's still some of them that will group in their own little group and not really associate because I do something different from them. I remember when I first got hired and I came into the group, and y'all, people would try you, and they even tried me at work, and I had to let them know I ain't the one, the two, or the three. I I want all the smoke. Try me if you want to. Now don't let the way I look fool you. And them alphabets behind my name fool you. I was born and raised in Gary. Okay? I've been through some things. Okay? I was that little girl walking around the neighborhood with a little something in my bra. Cause one of the girls in the neighborhood say she wanted to get at me. And I walked around the corner and said, "Here I go. What's up?" Okay. And my daddy came and got me and told me to come sit my ass down on this porch. Okay. So don't let it fool you. I'm about that life. Yes. I'm about that life. Yes. They ask on the team call every morning, just looking straight. I don't say nothing. I don't say nothing on them team calls. As a matter of fact, I make sure I get on there once it gets started good. I don't say nothing. But yeah, even in our little gatherings now, it's supposed to be to, fellowship and get to know your coworkers. They still be grouped off. Baby, I sashay in there and speak to everybody and sit down. But there is one lady, when I first started this job, one lady, she came up to me and she was real friendly. And she said, she started talking to me and introduced herself to me. And she's a baby boomer. And she was real nice to me. But come to find out, baby, she was on some bullshit too. She had to give me the rundown about everybody on the job. She told me what everybody background, where they came from, all the situations they had had on the job, how they got their job, who they knew to get their job, who they was friends with outside the job. And I'm just listening to them. Yeah. What? Yeah. She wanted to find out if I liked my boss because some people didn't. I said, baby girl, I don't worry about that. I'm just here to make my money. You gotta watch people. You gotta watch people. You gotta watch people. You just have to have. You just have to have a spirit of integrity, discernment, and want to be in peace, and not want to have somebody dump all that mess into your energy. I don't want people coming to me. I don't want to hear nothing about nobody. I don't care what nobody said. I do not care. I don't care nothing about that stuff. I don't care nothing about going no after work events. I don't care nothing about that stuff. Okay? I don't care nothing about it. But yeah, just being around women, some women in general, and then not all women. And y'all, you know what? I think it's just us different spirits. I think sometimes people, your spirit kind of disturbs other people's spirits because this is just flesh, y'all. This is just flesh. We have spirits, right? And sometimes when a spirit, like if I walk in the room and you got a type of spirit that doesn't connect with mine, so instantly it's gonna be a battle. It's gonna be a battle. Yeah, messy, just messy, just messy, child, just messy. And all I was doing, what, girl, what? That's a mess, just giving her the cause I don't care. I don't care nothing about that. As long as I get my money, I don't care nothing about that mess. I don't care nothing about that mess. I don't care nothing about it. But yeah, I just think it's different spirits, y'all, that sometimes just don't connect with our spirits. And you don't even have to know people. And I be like, sometimes people be acting ugly with me. And I stop and think, I ain't never seen her. She ain't never seen me. And I know I ain't fucked with a man. Cause I don't even know her man is. And she don't look like the kind that me and her would even deal with the same type of man. So what's the problem? And then I meet some real nice people. I meet, really nice people, you know? So it's just life and you just got to let stuff roll off your shoulder. But I was about to get Netta. I said, I am not finna make this, my Pilates experience, a bad experience. I say, but I'm going to let them know about Netta. I'm going to let them know about Netta over there. Because Netta was doing a lot. But I got through the class and I felt pretty good in the class, y'all. I felt pretty good. And coming out the class, they had their free intro. And when I tell you them women was coming in there for that intro class, they were coming in there. So all the girls are doing Pilates. I guess that's the thing now, the Pilates. And I see why. I see why it's all the hype. I see why it's all the hype, y'all. It stretches your whole body. It helps your core. And as you get older, that's one of the things you want to be strong is your core because it helps with your balances. It prevents falls. The older we get, we kind of shuffle. It helps with your posture and all that good stuff. But yeah, y'all, this is our Sunday chit chat. Y'all go and watch. Let me see what I want y'all to watch. The Unsolved Family Matters. Oh, and then before I go, I want to talk about this other lady. This other lady. And I want to talk about this because I'm in the healthcare industry. I want to talk about this. Okay, her name was Sharita Mathis. She was on Trap Queens. She did an episode on Trap Queens. See, when new people come on my job, they say what they say, how to clock in and go, yeah, I'm going about my business. They don't understand first. Yes, that's what you got to do. You just got to mind your business. Go to work, mind your business, and make your money and come home. They are not your friends on your job. They are not your friends. Mind your business, go to work. But it was this other show called Trap Queens, and this girl named Sharita Mathis. She's a black girl, and she was in prison with the Chrisleys, with the woman. She committed Medicaid fraud, y'all. She was billing. Okay, this how she started it. This how she started, and this the new scam now in the healthcare industry. Let me set it up for y'all. You get you a group home, right? You get you a group home. You get you four people to fill your beds. You get you four people. You get a group home. The most you can have in some states is four. You find you a house, whether you rent it or you buy it. You get you a group home. You get four boys or girls, right? And you can't be mixed. You gotta get boys or girls. Medicaid will pay you $8,000 per diem. Every night they sleep in the bed, you get $8,000. So her and her husband opened up these group homes. They started off with the group homes. This was in North Carolina. They started off with the group homes. They got two and three group homes. Her and her first husband. They were making killing. Okay, they were billing right with the group homes, and then later on they got greedy. They took it over to the mental health side. And what they did is that they started to provide mental health services in the community, right? In rural areas. Like they would do like these health fairs, right? You know how you held these health fairs where they check your blood pressure, they check your levels as much as you can, your BMI or whatever. They would have these fairs where people would come and they would have Medicaid because of the area that they were in. These people would have Medicaid. They would get all their Medicaid information, their pertinent information. Tell them, if you give me your information, you're gonna get a free TV, or you'll get a $100 gift card for groceries. So these people would give them their information. They will go back and bill services to Medicaid that these people had not gotten. Right? So she kept doing this and doing this. Her and her first husband. People always, yes, got to run something. Yeah, set up and help people. Yes, what I need to. Look, black but not bitter. If you open up a group home, and in the area that they opened it up, it wasn't a lot of them, and they were able to get 8,000 per person you have in your group home. Medicaid pays that. All right. But you got to have 24-hour care. So somebody has to be there around the clock to fix the meals, to give them their medicine. You got to hire people, right? But you figure if you get rent a house, or you already have an extra property, you figure you might make you a little overhead. But that's what they did when they started off. They was legit, but they got greedy and started getting people's Medicaid numbers and started running scams and started overbilling Medicaid. Now, one thing I'm gonna tell you, one thing I know. I've been in that side of the healthcare industry for 40 years, y'all. It's one thing you don't want to do. You don't want to play with the Center for Medical Services, which Medicaid and Medicare falls up under. The feds will get you. She started billing, double billing, fluffing out the services. Even if she hadn't seen the people, she would bill like for an hour session. for 2 hour sessions. She would bill claims like for 58,000, 62,000. So this went on for like 6 or 7 years. So she ran through four husbands doing this, right? She got audited. She would get out of her audits because you got to have the documentation to support your billing. That's a no-brainer, right? She had got so good with the documentation. Y'all, I've been in the industry for years and I didn't know this was possible. You can actually find people that will sell you medical records. You go to the doctor, although everything is electronic now, but back then when she was doing it, it wasn't, everything wasn't electronic because she was doing this in the early 2000s. There are people that work in medical offices that will get your medical records and sell them to scammers like her. She had a hookup. She had recruiters to go out and recruit Medicaid patients. Then she had scammers that will pull medical records from different offices and sell the medical records to her so she would have the documentation to support what she was billing. Baby, the first audit she passed, she got away with it. Then people came back the second time and they say, we'll be back. They started putting the case together. Baby, that lady was at the mall in H&M. That FBI agent walked up to her, asked her if her name was Sharita Mathis. She said, yeah. He said, come on and go with me. Now, she had stopped doing it because she was with her fourth husband, but they came back and got her from the beginning when she was with him and she was doing it. No, it was her third husband. She was already on her fourth one and had a baby by her fourth one. So she was married to a new man, but still connected to her last husband because of the fraud she had did with him. They picked that lady up and she ended up doing 24 months. She ended up doing 24 months. But she had these men, she was smart, y'all. She had a PhD. She was smart. It's on season 4 of Trap Queens. Y'all. And she was doing that and she had four girls and she 47 now, 48. And she said she did it because of the pressure that her mom put on her to be excellent, to, to be a high achiever. And she felt like that she had to always impress her mom and always, look good in her mom's eyes. She had the car, she had the house, you know, all this through scamming people. But one thing that the government gonna do when they build a case and it's tight, when they come for you, they have made sure they have crossed their T's and dotted their I's, and you gonna do some time. You gonna do some time. So I had watched that yesterday, and I had seen her on a podcast as well. But so now she's doing a podcast with the Chrisleys, with the woman. I forget the woman name, but she on a podcast with her because she was in the same cell that she was in. So now she doing a podcast with the Chrisleys. But yeah, yeah, y'all. She was out there scamming and she was doing it with her husbands. She was doing it with the men that she were married to. With the men that she was married to. So when she went to prison, the fourth husband left her because he felt like she hid it from him. She hadn't even told her fourth husband that she had been doing scams like that. But they say your past will come to hunt you. It'll come back and hunt you, and it did. So I want y'all to watch that too and tell me what y'all think about that. I want y'all to watch that when y'all watch all the other stuff. Yep, my chart has what? They got a class action lawsuit? No, Wendy, just like Wendy. Yeah. No, Jay, they do. Jay, so you heard about them selling? That's why they was selling people's records. She was buying people's records to support her Medicaid scam. She tells the story on Trap Queens how there are people out there that will get your medical records and sell them. So it was my chart doing it. Y'all, if that ain't the biggest, and I'm surprised she didn't get more time. She pleaded guilty, but she ended up getting 24 months. And she said it was just like being in a dorm. She said it was just like being in a dorm. She just read, she taught classes. Wow. Oh my goodness. Yes. So that's the new scam. And now they're saying allegedly, I don't know if y'all watch the Bells, those women that are in Mississippi. Well, they got a lady on there. Her name is Marie, and she has a healthcare facility. I don't know how the hell she got it. She got a 25-bed healthcare facility. They say allegedly she commit Medicaid fraud. That I'm telling y'all, that ain't who y'all want to mess with. Medicaid and Medicare, if you are a healthcare provider, they gonna do an audit, and when they come deep. They come deep and they stay all day, and sometimes they come 2 and stay 2 or 3 weeks. Yep, it's a privacy lawsuit. Wow, dang, I didn't know that. Yes. Yeah, so that's the new thing now. The group homes, getting a group home, and the mental health thing. Yes. Yeah. I'm gonna have to look for the form. Oh wow, y'all. I did not know that. But yeah, that was the scam that she did. I was like, oh my goodness. And that was back in, she just got out in 2018, 20, no, 2020. Okay. Fee, which show is this? It's called Trap Queens. It's on BET, Trap Queens. Yup, Trap Queens. And she went back to school. She was smart. Y'all go watch it. She said the more she said she had figured out a way to beat the system. And then she talking about all healthcare provide. No, they don't. I'm in the industry. I've done Medicaid billing. No, they don't. No, they don't. And not only will Medicaid and Medicare, but all other insurance companies do audits too. But people think that it's easier to do fraud with a Medicaid patient is because they're, indigent care. They're people who are in need. And so they don't check their explanation of benefits. And that's another thing, y'all. Make sure you check your charges and make sure that you're being billed for what you go to the doctor that you are being seen for. Make sure that your doctor is billing you for what you actually was seen for. Because, like she was saying, everybody do it. Everybody don't do it. But yes, people do overbill. People do commit fraud. Say, for instance, you go in for a preventive check, right? And with most insurance companies, preventative checks are are free. You get an annual preventative check and you don't get charged. But say, for instance, you tell your doctor, well, my toe been aching, and he look at your toe. Well, most providers will say, well, you have to make a separate appointment for that. The ones that ain't trying to commit fraud will say you have to make a separate appointment for that because that's what you need to do because you made an appointment for a preventive. But some will look at your toe and bill you, double bill you, and increase bill you for just looking at your toe when you came there for a preventive um check. So it does happen, y'all. But some of them will do that and won't have the documentation to support that. And that's what causes you to get in trouble. Now you can bill, but you better have the supporting documentation to bill. And she didn't have the supporting documentation. So that's why she was going out buying medical records. And she had recruiters to go in these rural areas where low income people were, to say, hey, if you come down here and we check your BMI, your blood pressure, and you give us your Medicaid number, you'll get a free gift card or we'll give you a free TV. Y'all watching and let me know what y'all think. I'm finna get up and do my face mask. I got a rice face mask I'm finna do. But y'all watch it. Y'all have a good week, a good Sunday. Do something special for y'all self. Pour back into y'all selves. And I'll see y'all on the next chit chat. Let me see if I missed any comments. Yes. We just got to keep our head on a swivel. Yeah, y'all, when I watched that, I was like, oh my God. Now, I was feeling her with the group home. You can make some money off the group home, but you got to have the resources to do it. It's not easy to do because you got to have 24-hour care. You can't leave them people in the group home and come home and think you're going to get $8,000 a month. And then they had 3 group homes, so they was bringing in some money. They had 3 of them. They opened up one, it did good. Then they opened up another. Then they opened up another. So yeah, you can do it, but you just gotta have the resources to do it, and you gotta make sure that you billing right. All right, y'all. I talk to y'all later. I appreciate y'all. It was a great chat. Um, and y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. I talk to y'all later. Bye.